It is Supernanny Saturday, and this week we are watching the Christiansen Family. So let's grab our I say it every week. No, I can't speak. Let's grab our beverages and dive in.
Tonight on Supernanny, Joe meets the Christiansen family.
Pleased to meet you.
With 2 kids gone wild, Mom can't cope.
Using the technique properly.
Excuse me,
You're driving me nuts.
And Dad loses control.
Don't pinch me! I told you no too. Now get over there.
Until Joe reins in the kids
No swearing, no hitting, no kicking or biting.
and steers Mom and Dad in the right direction.
It's very, very difficult.
I want to go. No!
Biggest takeaway so far is that there is a lack of consistency in this family. Mom is a stay-at-home mom. She tries to discipline during the day, and when it doesn't go well, she then says, wait until your father gets home. Then father gets home, and when he begins to discipline his way, she then criticizes him on how he's disciplining.
I want you to sit up.
When I first walked into the house, the parents were doing breakfast.
Corey, is that what you're having for breakfast? Jelly beans.
No, Chase, that's not very nice.
Now you take a bite. Don't put your hands up at me. Here. Don't hit me.
Did I miss a baby?
There's the baby.
Before we get to this bottle thing, which I'm sure will be a talking point for Chase, who is now 3, let's talk about some of the language that we saw, because Mom and Dad were very different. Dad spoke clearly, giving commands. Do this, don't do that. But he didn't follow through at all with his commands. So he said, don't hit me. And then the child hit him and he did nothing. As opposed to Mom, she was not giving clear information. When they had, you saw the jelly beans all over the floor. When the jelly beans were all over the floor, she didn't come in and tell them what to do or how to handle it. She just said, that's not very nice. And children need clarity, but they also need follow through. So I'm wondering, why doesn't Dad follow through?
Can you say please?
I want it.
Stop that. Chase, that's not very nice how you're acting. No, that's not nice. Come on. Come on. Look, you're making Joe sad.
Sorry?
I told him he's making you sad.
Corey was so bored around mid-morning that he ran out of the house to go and get one of his friends to play with.
Chase. No, Chase has locked us out now.
Now they're locked outside. We haven't heard anything about the bottle yet, but something we heard over and over and over again is, that's not nice, that's not nice, that's not nice. She even got Joe into it by saying, you're making Joe sad. Now, why would a parent do this? They parent out of shame and guilt, hoping that the child will feel bad and then modify their behavior. But not only is this ineffective, it's also quite damaging. Think of a young child, if you've ever been around a young kid and you have a headache. You can tell that 2-year-old, oh, mommy has a headache, it hurts so bad. And maybe the child will go, oh, mommy, for like a whole 0.2 seconds, and then they're loud again. They're not being loud again because they don't care about your headache. They don't have the impulse control to be quiet enough for your headache. So it doesn't matter how much you guilt them and shame them, it's not gonna work. And then what might start to happen over time is then they start to have a poor image of themselves. Like, I'm not a good boy. I'm not a good girl.
But, no, that's not nice to do to Mommy. Come on. Mommy wants you to stop. I want you to calm down. Calm down. He starts acting out more. But you still have to go get dressed in your other clothes. Can you come upstairs and get dressed? Corey? Because you're not going to be able to play with Adam or anybody later.
I'm cringing so hard at this, and I am just itching to get to the teaching part. If you're new here, I'm Kristen. I'm an educator and mom of 2 myself. I specialize in working with children with behavioral challenges. And just like everything she's doing, it just don't do that, okay? If she says one more time, that's not nice, like sweating. It's really hard to watch, but it's also very common. So if you're watching this, I'm not saying it as mocking. I'm saying it as like, please, let me help you. I wish I could jump through the screen and say, Mom, telling a child to calm down does not make them calm down. Telling them to listen doesn't make them listen. You have to teach them how to do things. Hello there. Hello there. We have had a little spiffy visit before I started filming the next part. He came over to say hello. You want a little love?
Chase was so angry that he was now becoming destructive. I couldn't believe what he was doing.
Get out! Okay, you're gonna sit here by yourself then again.
Ooh. Can you just slam that door in your face?
Yes, he did.
Mum said nothing. Oh dear.
It's just, I feel like a failure.
I think it's sad that Mum puts up with it. And emotionally, she's broke.
I have hair all over my lips from Spiffy. Oh, and look, I have my Halloween necklace out. We are decorating early. Who starts early? End of August. It counts, right? It's close enough. And Dad is home, but before we get to Dad, there's a lot of emotion from Mom right now. When you don't have a good discipline program, what you'll notice is it just gets worse.
Hi, Chris.
Hello, hello.
It's been a crazy day. It's been very crazy.
When Chris came home from work, Mum was there ready to let off steam and tell Chris how naughty the children had behaved.
He broke the door in the laundry room.
What?
He broke the door in the laundry room to try to peek out.
Is it? What do you mean? Let's go see it.
It's broken.
Broke the door? How did he break the door?
There's a lot of immaturity that's happening on Mom's side, and the biggest word that keeps coming to mind is tattle. It feels like when Dad gets home from work that she is tattling on her own children, that she should be able to discipline as the day goes on. We already know from a ton of child development literature that when it comes to a behavior that you want or you don't want, what you do directly following that will change the behavior, not what happens later. That's why we don't say things like, oh, well, if you don't listen now on the playground, you're not getting any ice cream after dinner. There's, the very famous marshmallow experiment where they take the preschoolers and they put them, I don't remember it all to a T, but they put the children in front of plates of marshmallows, and the instructor comes in and they go, if you don't eat this marshmallow, I'm gonna leave, and when I come back, you'll get 2 marshmallows. And many of the children end up eating the marshmallow, poking the marshmallow, putting it in their mouth, putting it out, smelling it, licking it, trying to eat little parts of it, not eat the whole thing. Why is that? Because they can't wait. Again, that impulse control of, well, when the instructor comes back in, I'll get 2.
I told them 100 times not to have that.
Told you no, too. Now get over there.
Not 100 times. Don't pinch me. He just pinched me.
Stop it. Why are you crying? Because I put you in your room because you called me names and kicked me? No, I'm not screaming. Corey knows when I'm screaming. I picked him up before. I think I did okay.
You started like yelling at him, standing back and forth, doing it like a...
Okay. So put him back in the room, we're saying? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
if you want him to be in there longer, take him by the hand and tell
Right.
The audacity for the mother while the father is doing exactly what she asked him to do, meaning take care of this. I'm going to tattle on our child one more time. And then he is taking care of it, and she has the audacity to confront him while he's in the middle of doing the thing that she refuses to do, which is follow through and do a consequence, and tell him how to do it.
Your children behave appallingly. It's disgusting. And yet, there is no discipline for it. The way you deal with discipline, Chris, you shout and you yell at them and you grab them. You've lost control with the kids. And I've walked into a house where, really, there's 4 kids in this house.
It is. I guess we're very immature.
It's not funny.
No, it's not.
I don't know. I have a little bit more faith in Dad than Mom because Dad seemed to take it seriously right away. Jo Frost comes in hot. We love the way she does it. She's like, where is the love in this home? Where is the love, the love? it's just like doom and gloom here. And you could see it in his eyes and how he was reacting, that he doesn't like the way things are, and there's some ownership there. You know, he goes to work all day and then he comes home and he has to play bad cop. And it just feels like mom is that type of parent where she called Supernanny to fix her children. Like, everybody else do the thing and then like give me the easy children. And it's just, maybe it's a bias I have because I'm a mother myself. I maybe that's why I'm extra tough on her. I don't know. What do you think?
Say nothing and just put him back onto the beanbag.
No, I want to go.
How are you feeling? Good?
Joe, yeah.
Good. You're doing good.
It'll take some time, I know.
Yeah, but you're doing so well.
Breaking, yeah, I'm doing good.
You're just about, you're breaking that cycle.
We have had our naughty chair, beanbag, cool down chair, timeout, whatever you want to call it, that thing. We have done that on teaching day. And something that really made me go, is Joe Frost said that she waits until a problem occurs to then support the parents through the technique. And I actually think that it would be more effective if you taught it in a role-playing way. So if you're introducing a new discipline program to your home, one of the best ways to teach it is during a time of non-conflict. So you can use Barbie dolls, you can use dolls, you can use little Superman figurines, you can use your actual bodies, and you can act out the things that would cause the little Barbie or the doll or the child to go to timeout or whatever discipline you're using. So it's a fun way to get them to figure out how everything goes and not be emotionally flooded yet. Even show them, you see how the mommy Barbie is really calm and just keeps on picking up baby Barbie and putting baby Barbie back because baby Barbie has to learn that we don't blah, blah, blah. It's like they have the power. Does that make sense?
Children must be allowed to breathe and be kids and get mucky and have sticky fingers and enjoy themselves.
Do you want to make a snake? Let's roll it like this. Roll it like this.
Finished!
I need one more.
Look, it's great. I like it a lot.
Corey had made an alligator and Chase destroyed it.
Chase has destroyed Corey's creation. That's not going to go well. But you know what was going well? All of this messy, fun play. They need it. And if you don't like your home getting messy, I know some people prefer, like, I don't like the house to get messy. It's hard with me. Okay, get one of those plastic tablecloths and do it outside. Have them be outside on the plastic tablecloth, and then you just can throw it all away, right? I mean, maybe don't be so wasteful, but you get what I'm trying to say. Find a way to make it work, and it comes back to that whole scheduling. If you want your kids to be able to be quiet and play independently while you're making lunch, well, do something right before that gets out all of that energy, that stimulation that they crave. And that's why educators like myself, it's so frustrating to see things like recess disappearing, the time where kids need to get out and play. When I taught middle school, I wasn't even required to take my students out to recess, but I took them out anyway, sometimes twice a day. And you might say, well, Kristen, how did you get all of the academics in? Like, how did you teach them all the standards that you need to teach them? It doesn't matter how much you teach. How much are they taking in? They can only take in so much. So if you give them some information and then you let them get out some of those wiggles and then you get them back, you're going to get so much more retention. It's not about shoving things into our kids. It's about optimizing what they're capable of doing.
We're going to say goodbye to the bottle. Mum, I want you to do this with Chase. I think this is important that you do this, okay? Because you need to let go of this baby thing, all right?
Okay. Chase, look it. You're a big boy now, and you're not gonna have the bottle anymore. But look at you have your new cup.
We have to pause for a moment and then come back to the bottle thing. The ending of the crocodile or alligator worked well, did the naughty chair, and all is well. But this thing, my heart, it hurts. Did you see how he was smacking his own face at the realization that his comfort item was being taken away? When a child is doing something like that, they are so emotionally flooded, it is beyond. And it just, this was not a gentle way to do this. It's just to, like, out of nowhere. Imagine something that you have in your life that you care about, that you rely on a regular basis, and somebody just snatches it away, no warning. That's hard for an adult. We have to remember that they are little humans and they have feelings too. And it doesn't mean we're going to give in to them, but where's the kindness? Where's the explanation? What are some alternatives to this? Okay. First of all, a little bit of preparation. Okay, we're gonna do the countdown till no more bottles. Maybe you have you ever seen those paper rings where you staple them and they like kind of crisscross and they make a chain? Maybe it's like the last 10 days of the bottle and then like something exciting at the end of those 10 days. He didn't get to choose the sippy cup. He didn't get, like, he had no say in it. And it feels, do you feel it? So if you're making a change, prepare the child. It's not to say that you're going to prepare the child so much that they're going to go, sure, let me give up my favorite thing. But if there's some kind of a replacement, there's some kind of, they had a choice in it, like, oh, I choose this sippy cup over that sippy cup. And then you emotionally prepare them like, this is going to be hard, but I'm going to be here. Like this was hard to watch. Let's finish it off.
We're gonna get rid of the bottle now because you're a big boy, okay? Only babies have bottles and you're not mummy's baby.
Chase, look it. This is your big boy cup because you're big. Look how nice it is. You're not a baby anymore. Mommy's gonna take the bottle and we're gonna get rid of it, okay? Your mommy's gonna take it. Mommy's gonna, you're gonna, look, mommy's gonna throw it in the garbage.
I'll take the garbage out if they come.
I can't believe that was recommended, and they did. I'm like at a loss of words because imagine this is my favorite comfort item: sparkling water from Trader Joe's. If this were, and then they're like waving it in front of me. Did you see how they were like waving the bottle in front of him and then like throwing it in the garbage right in front of him? What? And then, oh. Okay, let's take it a step further. I don't want to just criticize and not give alternatives because I know how frustrating that could be on the receiving end. So let me continue with this story. So you do the little countdown with the rings, right? And then they get the bottle, let's say in the morning before they go to either school or you have some kind of somewhere where they go. And while they're gone doing that thing, and they go pick up, let's say they go with daddy and they get to go to the store and they pick out a sippy cup. Oh, you know what? Let's not even get one, let's get two, right? You make it really exciting like dad was doing at the end where, oh, this one changes colors, whatever. You make it exciting and then when they get back, it's already gone. Why are you shoving it in the kid's face and putting it in the garbage right in front of them? It's mean. It's mean. And why? All right, we have to move on. We have to move on. And just like you watching my channel, I've said this before, you're not going to like everything I say. It doesn't mean that there's nothing valuable in Joe Frost. I'm not criticizing her completely. This is a no moment.
Okay, see you soon.
Say bye-bye. Say bye.
Little do they know I'm going to be keeping a sharp eye on the pair of them.
Don't hit. I didn't see him do it. You're imagining that.
Look at the pair of you, arguing in front of the children.
As your husband, I'm telling you to believe me what I saw. And what you're saying to me right now is I'm not telling you the truth. Is that what you're saying?
Joe is the original surveillance company. Joe Surveillance. When she watches it, it's usually on that little DVD player with the screen. But no, we're on season 1. It's on the old school TV. And she sees a few things. She watches how dad gets involved when he shouldn't. Then mom gets involved when she shouldn't. Now the parents are arguing. So I'm sure she's on her way to clear this up.
Grow up, the pair of you. Grow up. Start communicating. Start listening to one another. Start respecting what the other one has to say. Because when you start to argue, you both lose your cool, you get angry with one another, and your kids listen to everything, and then they get dragged into everything. It's not fair on them.
We do have the screen. It's there. It's in attendance. Mom might be, let's say, burnt out because she is the primary caregiver. She takes care of the kids all day. So when she's being criticized for not wanting to do the mommy and me time, I wonder if she's not getting enough time for herself. So perhaps adding into a schedule time where the kids are just with dad and mom gets some time away, and then also time when the kids are with mom but dad gets some time away. If you're feeling burnt out, and it sounds like mom is, she probably needs some time where she's not being asked or having to do anything, and she could just kind of like zone out. We have to take care of our primary caregivers. Everyone deserves some time where they are not needed.
The communication zone technique is what I introduced for Chris and Colleen to start them talking again. So I gave them each a box to write down their thoughts and suggested they go to their room where they could talk away from the kids. Now the pair of you have got discipline in place. But what the pair of you do need to do is to discuss your household rules and write it down on the board.
No hidden and pinching.
Eat your food at the table.
I agree, that's a good one.
I couldn't love this anymore. Because I was thinking to myself during that parent meeting, you're telling them they need to communicate, but are you helping them communicate? And then here comes Jo Frost with her superhero cape, swooping in. She gives them these cute boxes. They go through the rules again. They write things down. I'm like, yes, again, just like you can't tell a kid you need to listen. You need to teach them how to listen. You don't tell adults you need to communicate. You teach them how to communicate. If you have repetitive problems, you need actual strategies and practices to find solutions, unless you just talk in circles and then you end up divorced. So, updates coming soon. Let's finish up the episode.
You gonna come and say goodbye to me?
Let's go say goodbye.
Yeah, come to the door.
Come on.
When I first walked into the Christiansens' home, it was full of a lot of negativity. The energy was very low.
Give hugs.
Now, the children have structure and they have a routine that's made them more secure.
Chris, take care, yeah?
God bless.
Be strong, keep talking. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Joe. It must be hard to work with a family and then say goodbye. I know at the end of the school year, it was bittersweet saying goodbye to my students. And then now with my tutoring business, when I work with a student and then they blossom and they end up not needing tutoring anymore, it's hard. It's hard. Let's see where the Christiansen family is now. Update. 2005, this aired, location, Jersey. You can hear it. They said it in the beginning. Here's the whole episode. Let's go down to post-episode. Chase was diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 4, about a year after the filming of the episode. So Chase was 3 at the time. Remember when he was slapping his face? I saw that and I was like, that's hitting yourself. Not that in isolation is not necessarily, but I'm not surprised. We'll say that. I'm not surprised. And if you know a child with ADHD or you end up having a child with ADHD, just know that there are a lot of techniques and stuff that is shared on this channel that will help neurotypical children as well, but definitely children with ADHD, because you're working on that impulse control, that executive functioning. So let's see if we have some pictures and things. We have trivia. We're not going to read that. Past the pictures that were during the show. Nothing. Really? That doesn't make me happy. I'm trying to see if there's anything in the comments. I found their Instagrams. They do drugs. I don't know. I can't verify whether there was somebody who commented this past week on an episode, and they were saying, "Oh, what you're sharing from the wiki isn't exactly accurate." I don't claim on this channel to be giving perfect information when it comes to reports of the family. I just use the wiki. So take the information that I share about the children when they become adults with a grain of salt. That's not what this channel is about. It's really not about following these families. It's more about using Supernanny as a jumping off point to discuss discipline. So I don't see anything. If you know anything about the Christiansen family, please share it in the comments. I would love to see how the family is doing now. If you enjoy this kind of content, please hit the subscribe and join us in the community. And I'll see you next week. Bye.